Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well this night, this afternoon. Uh, I'm excited because I pulled a book off my shelf last night. I came across some information, and actually, what it was a post on my blog that somebody had viewed, and then I reviewed it. And it was a topic about Prince E and his sister, and of course, his brother Enlil. And so it was two brothers and a sister. So that revisiting that post caused me to pull up my book off the shelf, and I'm reading it again. Now, quite honestly, this is what I think is happening. Right now, Nibiru is in the atmosphere. It's here to collect the gold that it needs to heal its corona hole. Like they're talking about on Earth, how we have this corona hole and we got global warming and all this bullshit, right? Well, that's a real story for Nibiru, according to this book, and I swear I think it's the truth, okay? So what they do is they found Earth, and they found that Earth has gold, and you know how people are just fascinated and obsessed with gold here. Whoever controls the gold controls the health and the well-being of the planet Nibiru, because it has a freaking corona hole in it, or whatever you want to call it, an ozone layer or whatever, hole. And it has to put the dust of the gold up into that hole to heal it. So they come to this planet and they harvest the gold, and they utilize that to maintain the health and well-being of their planetary system. And it has a long orbit, and it comes around every once in however many thousand of years, and it collects the gold. It also has chariots that it sends to a different planetary system, and it uses it as a stopping. Now, this is all true in the astral. I'm sure that you have seen it. You see this. There are ports where people bring their ships and they do trade on stuff. So anyway, I'm reading this book, and it is basically Prince E developed life upon this earth, and unfortunately Enlil was given the commander role over Eden, and Enki, Prince E, who is also Jesus, is the Lord of the water and the earth. So anyway, Enlil is like really pissed off, and he wants to be king. This is all about being king of freaking Nibiru. Who controls the gold controls Nibiru. So here's the thing. The consciousness, the bioform of the body that houses the essence of the children that come into this realm, okay? The heavenly bodies produce an offspring into a golden egg. In that golden egg is the offspring that then comes birthed into the human mother, and then you've got your life form in this particular realm. You've got the spirit that's from the golden egg, and then you've got the higher connection of its source. So what's been happening is Enlil's got this little scheme, and these chosen ones, who are the original Anunnaki gods that were born first here on the planet, and they think that they are special because they are actual from that actual bloodline of the people who came from that particular planet. And they feel that they can control every other life form on this planet, that they are subservient and less than because they're not from Nibiru. They are created life forms that the Genesis engineers planted upon the earth. Now, there's the sister of these two. It said that she brought seed, and her name is sorry, I don't have everything. They took my freaking memory, so I don't have a photographic memory. Okay, but she goes by several different names. May as well just say, where is that? Oh, crap. Now I just messed everything up because I can't find shit when I'm trying to find it. So we got Enlil, who is the commander. He's the warrior guy. He's the one who's like getting all of these docking stations, all over that people can come and do trade and stuff. And he's the commander. And I think he's fighting with E because Prince E doesn't particularly like the way that Enlil rapes and pillages and shit. Prince E's not too fond of that, and neither is his creation. So the whole thing about these shots, according to my perception, and I'm not a medical authority, this is my intuition, and I'm just going to speak honestly, and I'm sorry if there is trouble with this, okay? I know that there is, but I have to present myself authentically according to my own perceptions. I don't have a lot of viewers anyway, so I probably don't have to worry about upsetting too many people. The 3 strands of DNA that the queen hit that little button for was the shot. They changed the genetics of the people in this realm, the bioform that houses the essence of the children that are birthed into these golden eggs. So first of all, whoever the authority that was supposed to watch over this, they've been siphoning life force energy, the vitality out of the golden egg before it's even birthed into the realm. And then once it's birthed into the realm, it gets shot up with all these injections. It gets toxified with fluoride and all kinds of poisons. And their energy, their essence isn't nourished. So they cannot gain, and with all these shots and everything, their psychic abilities are shut down, and they can't gain communication with their triad, with their trine, or with their higher self and their family. So they get cut off. And then they go through all of these sufferings, these abuses, these horrible narcissistic, they birth these children into these narcissistic families where they're abused horrifically. Their songs get trampled on. They are told to conform and to do as they're told. They're not allowed to be creative. They're not allowed to do what brings them joy unless they're of a particular family line or whatever. So that's what these schools are about. You become a follower. You do as you're told. Don't you dare get into your head and think you're a freaking creator or anything special. So when Enlil and E came here and they set up the planet and they got everything together, then their sister came on another chariot with a bunch of healers, very pure, very innocent virgins from Nibiru. And Enlil raped one called Sud, and she and the sister. God, I can't think of her name, and it's a strange name. I'm sorry. I should have written it down because I don't have time to sit here and look at this while I'm trying to talk to you about it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Enki, Enlil, and Ninmah. So Ninmah was the sister. Ninmah is she's of that line. She is here somewhere, and they're looking for her. She's the princess, and they need her energy because she's got this creator energy. She's the essence, and she is the sister. She has the ability to manifest and to carry shit really well. So what Enlil wants to do is he wants to pile a bunch of shit onto her, and then he wants to take her essence, her god essence, her goddess essence, and he wants to rise up to Nibiru and fight with Anu and claim kingship over that planet. and kingship over this earth, because this earth has the gold that keeps Nibiru alive. So that's what's really happening right now. That's what all this bullshit is about. And these shots are about shutting down the freaking bioform so that you in the astral don't get your ass up there and help your family. They want to keep you separated from your essence. They don't want you finding out who that is, what that is. And it very well may work. It very well may have worked. Now, I happen to think that within creation, I think Princey is very intelligent. Okay, obviously, he's a geneticist, and much more than that. So he planted something within the human body when he was in creation. Now, it doesn't say what that is. I think, well, it does say what that is, but what it is it's the ability to experience beauty. But honestly, I think there's something else. And that is why at this particular time, 2023, I feel that whatever it is that he planted within the human form is being activated. And that is what these shots were intending to stop, was this activation. And the sun shining also, and all of these aerosols and it all has something to do with stopping the activation of whatever it is that Princey put inside the bioform, the creation. Because we're all waking up. I bought this years ago. I looked into it. It was interesting. Yeah, my subconscious, I was receiving the downloads. Get that book, read that book, research. And now, when it's almost all said and done, I'm reading this and I'm crying because this is the truth. These gods are freaking fighting because they want to be king of all the gods and king of Nibiru. That's the real thing, because Anu is king of all the gods and he's it. There's a big story here. There's a lot of history about this. Okay. And my perception about this is that as good as they are at annihilating entire swaths of land, of life, diminishing it to where it is non-existent at all. They're very, very good at deconstructing life. But these who have been given the authority lack the ability to nurture life. They're bereft. They have no skill. That skill comes from those women that were on that chariot that came and then they ensnared and trapped, and they've been dumping toxic shit and utilizing their godlike energy, their goddess energy, their healing energy to balance their own bullshit, because they're toxic as fuck. They're devilish. They're destroyers. They destroy shit. And the only way that they can keep stuff going is to keep we going. But they don't want us to know who we are. And they don't want us to know why life sucks. And they don't want us to know why it just seems like we've got the weight of the world on our shoulders. It's literally because we do. That is the burden that the divine feminine has been carrying this whole time. And there was no Eve or there was Adamus and all this. So you got to do a lot of research. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I'm sorry I speak about these things as though everybody else knows about it, and they don't. But this is a very good place to start. It won't make sense at first, probably. It seems very outrageous, but it's the truth. I've seen chariots. Anybody who has visions, Anybody who has the ability to sense anything, if any of your sensory skills are magnified, you're gonna have intense experiences, which other people who don't have these sensory abilities, they'll never be able to understand, and they'll see you as strange and possibly scary. So I've been reading this damn book all day. I'm enthralled. I've cried like 2 or 3 times. This is crazy. These guys, they just want to fight all the damn time. They don't know how to compromise. It's all about might. I mean, they're more animalistic than they are leaders. How can an animal lead? An animal leads by their ability to destroy. Like, whoever can destroy in the best and fastest way gets the power, because nobody wants them to destroy shit, right? But planets die with that mentality. Life forms die with that mentality. Nothing can be created in an environment run with that mentality. Everything will cease to exist should the like of the divine feminine be removed from it. This is my prayer, that we be returned home to do our work there, and that those who insist on living in brutal, toxic waste of their own creation, let them have it. I've been alive for nearly 60 years. I'm not the only feminine that has had it tough. Many before me had it more, when the laws wouldn't protect us. This has been going on for a long, long time, and now I'm beginning to get clarity, and I'm going to speak out. These boys have too much strength and authority. They lack the mental capacity to properly lay a foundation that is safe for life. If anybody says otherwise, they'd cut them down, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'll just take you out and you can't say shit. And then, but we all see it. The world is suffering right now from this mentality. And the feminine, the healing nature of the feminine, the violet light bearers, those who have worked diligently in support of the sacred, of the divine, called life, flowing through all things, the trees, the waters, everything is being extracted. Everything alive is being extracted and put into this place. And they're using it as a step stool to get to a new. They're using your essence and the essence of every living thing that is divine to put their toxic shit onto it and use it as a step stool to rise. They wear it as a cloak and they rise. And it's all a plan to get kingship of Nibiru, to be the king of all gods. This is not myth. So I'm going to do a poll because I want to know what's going on here. I want to know what the outcome is going to be like for this planet and life upon it. We already know that Israel has completely annihilated every single speck of living anything in a region of the globe. This is their gift to the world. This is what they use their life force creating. For you. And what about that which is destroyed? Oh, it's nothing. You know what it is? In different regions of this world, there are different human forms, and there are many different life force essences, tribes that share these human forms. Yes, the human form looks a little bit differently, and the essence within that form is also a little different. And they have different skills, different systems, different blessings, and gifts to share with creation, the collective whole. And this war isn't just about, it's an excuse. Whatever you hear and whatever you think you know about it, it's an excuse, okay? It's much bigger than that. Enlil and his buddies, they've got this system set up of hell and all this stuff. They got everybody so afraid. And it's the fear that puts them there. It's the fear that drops the frequency and the vibration and puts them into the lower realms, the lower chakras of fight or flight, survival mode. That's what that all is. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little intense. There's so much freaking clouded, shady material, Everybody thinks they know something and nobody knows anything really. They just have a piece of the puzzle. And people aren't willing to listen to each other or accept that somebody else might have a little piece of the puzzle. So they're not willing to share information or think that anything is valid. And they'll never know. Because they're closed, they think they know already, and they aren't open and they can't accept any more information. They're moving along in the story that they've been given and they're happy. We need some of this. All right, family. So what is it that we've got? We've got chariots of the gods coming and going, trading tea, fetching gold. What does the collective need to know about Prince E, Enlil, and their sister? And I forgot her name already. It's a good thing it's not my name. Ninmah. Okay. Ninmah so Ninmah was given as wife to Prince E, and they were going to have children on Earth. And Enlil seduced Ninmah, and she wound up having a child, and King Anu got really pissed off about that, and so Enlil had a boy child, but he had no wife because he couldn't have her. And E couldn't have her either. And so she spends life without she can't get married. She has been cursed by the king of all gods. She can't have a husband. And Enlil can't have her either, and he's really pissed off about that. So he has been prostituting her out and having her used by whoever, and having her process all this toxic bullshit for his brothers, you know, and draining her of her essence so that he could utilize it to master everybody. Anyway, it was magic, man. It was manipulation. Who would have thought that he would have done that to his own sister? And then she got punished for it. So anyway, Spirit, what does the collective need to know about the state of the world right now? Will it be returned to a sense of harmony and peace? Will life be honored and respected, or will it be annihilated and brutalized and enslaved as Enlil wants it to be? With all of his higher authorities, his little Anunnaki bloodline. We've got the Ace of Pentacles on the upright here. So a cycle is about to begin anew. And it's a new material beginning, because the Pentacles deals in all things material. So the reset could present itself in the form of a new career, better health, or something in that vein. It's going to bring great abundance. Be sure that you are prepared to harvest the gift of the Pentacles once it arrives. So we've got a new cycle beginning, and it's an abundant new cycle. What is the challenge? Spirit, what is the challenge that we need to know about this new cycle? Page of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles in the upright. Sorry, I got a hair in my eye. The Page of Pentacles is a welcome message of new beginnings. So you're developing a new skill. You could be challenged right now because you're developing a new skill with a team. You're working together with a team. So this new beginning is challenged by skill development and teamwork. Hopefully they can all work really well together to manifest a circumstance and a situation that is beneficial to life. In the subconscious, we've got justice. That one hopped right out of there. Did you see that? So, if you've endured a wrongdoing, this card may mean that relief is incoming. And yes, indeed, the planet has endured a wrongdoing. All of life has endured a wrongdoing. Millions of children go disappearing every year. Life has been brutalized on this planet by these beings that have created a massive amount of his stories. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and in the subconscious of that, we've got justice, fairness, balance is being restored. The law of cause and effect is being enacted. And I like the sound of that because that goes beyond the testosterone, right? That's cosmic law. That's universal law. That's something much bigger than, you know. So in the recent past, Ace of Wands in the upright. So it looks like a new project was started, and lots of potentials in this new beginning. This is fire. So it's a new project was started in the recent past. It could be that Prince E and his sister got something going, since according to this book, it is Prince E who manufactures the life upon the planet. He's the creator. And his sister helps him. So there is a new project started in the recent past. Ace of Wands, fire, power, lots of power, right? And with the intention and expectation of this is a tower. That new project is bringing a tower to something. Fire, the element of fire. In the near future, we've got the King of Wands and the upright. Natural born leader. He's fire also. I'd say King of Wands is not fooling around, is what I'd say. He's overcoming challenges. The lens are looking through. Page of Swords reversed. Somebody doesn't have the energy for a project. They're not feeling very inspired. They have no inspiration right now. There is some gossip, or maybe they're receiving bad information. Deception and manipulation is present. This tower. So that's the tower here. In the environment, we got the Seven of Cups. So there's an illusion created. In the hopes and fears, Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity. New beginnings. Something's getting cut out. In the outcome, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. There's a stability. A woman I use gender only because of what's on the card, okay, but then it says queen, but you just assign whatever gender you want to anything, and remember, it's all for entertainment purposes only, although I take it very seriously. So this person has a maternal instinct. She's financially secure, supportive, and reliable. She wants to. She's got that maternal instinct, and she wants to nurture those in her surroundings, herself, and those in her surroundings, in a practical way, in a supportive way. She's grounded. She's earth energy. She's not flamboyant or showboating or out here trying to make a name for herself or nothing like that. Although she will be making a name for herself. The sun. Happiness, rebirth, all is well. Maybe that's the sister. Ooh, maybe Anu is going to make a new decree. Maybe he's going to remove Enlil from his post because he has rebelled and really effed up a whole bunch of stuff trying to overthrow the king. So we got this abundant new beginning is coming in of prosperity. We've got courtship here in the reverse. So it could be that in this new beginning there isn't a partnership. Like it could be that the people aren't entering into their unions right yet. That this, it's not about partnership, it's about a new career or a financial opportunity. Because courtship came out in the reverse. So it looks to me like this is going to be all business. In the challenge, we've got manifestation. So there's and the teamwork, the Three of Pentacles. So there's a group here that's working on manifesting their new beginning. Somebody might have got a message of concern. In the subconscious, there's justices. The law of cause and effect is being enacted. Whoa. Whoa. Justice is being served, and it looks like an official person. Somebody has been found out not to be an official person, and they don't get to go on a journey. So justice is being served. This official person is a shady little character, and they don't get to go on a journey. So it could be that they don't get to go to Nibiru. They thought that they were going to get to go onto the Nibiru, but he's a shady little shit, and he was going to cause problems. He was, so he doesn't get to go. Justice is being served. In the recent past, we've got new beginnings, potential new beginnings, new opportunities. Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, fire, fire. Woo-wee. A wealthy man could have gone to prison. This new project is in the intention of this new project is to create a sudden change and to completely undo some sort of disaster. To bring a disaster to the disaster could be something that she's involved in. To undo this mature woman. Bring a tower to this mature woman to knock her off her block, to undo her. Troublemaker. We got the King of Wands in the near future, overcoming challenges. He's a person of high honor. The lens that this mature woman in this tower, she's looking through is there is deception. She feels like she's been deceived. In the recent past, a wealthy man has gone to prison or has gained some kind of imprisonment, whether that be spiritual or in the physical. She's looking at, there's gossip. She received some bad information, or there's gossip. She acted in haste. She was all talk. Maybe she was manipulated. Maybe somebody deceived her. Whoa, holy moly. She was trying to get out of adjudication. It could be that she's not going to be able to get out of adjudication. She has been deceived. She can't get out of adjudication. There's going to be a change. So in the environment, we got wishful thinking, we got illusion, lots of choices and opportunities. So a false person is wishful thinking. Coming up some choices. Whatever system of control that they've had and that they've been enjoying, it's worked very well for them for a long time. This planet has been brutalized, especially over the last 30 or well, when I was a child, I was raised in the woods. Now, mind you, I really feel that it was because these ones were trying to get me as far away from society as possible. I grew up 12 miles from the nearest town in the woods, and my only friend, was a dog. So, they knew something special about me, and I've gone through the last 20 years of a severe spiritual attack. So, some of us were locked down and hidden away for a reason, and brutalized by narcissistic families and partners in life for a reason. They wanted to break our spirit, and they wanted to cause us so much suffering that we would beg for anyone to help us, and that we would accept the offer of somebody who only intended to hurt us even more. So mental clarity is here. There's breakthroughs. People are gaining a sharper mind, able to see clearly and make decisions regarding their new start, their new beginning. And they're cutting out the things that they don't feel will serve their highest good anymore. This doesn't bode well for a mature man. Or maybe that this mature man is and this mature woman are partners. He's there with this mental clarity, but there's a surgery. Ace of Swords. It could be that he gets cut out. He's showing up in the reverse. And we got the Ace of Swords. So truth and clarity is here about this upside down mature man. And he very well may be getting surgery right out, like cut right out. In the outcome, we've got a Queen of Pentacles who is secure. She's got a maternal instinct. She's a healer. And she's financially secure. So she's supportive, reliable, and generous when it comes to providing for others. So we've got the privileged lady here. She's the privileged lady. And it looks like in the past, she was told that she couldn't have a marriage and that she couldn't have wealth. But it looks like that's coming to an end. We've got the sun on the outgoing and we've got the pathway. The pathway is clear. The pathway is clear for this main female. She's also the main female and her pathway is clear. So that would be the sister who was cursed for having relations with Enlil, which was magical mental manipulation. I don't think she actually desired him. I think he magically inspired her to do that. That's my preference of belief. It could be otherwise. Who knows? Maybe Enlil is really hot. Maybe she liked his fire. But she sure found out that was a bunch of bullshit. She's like, that's such bullshit, man. What the heck was that about? And you know, I think it is too, because I really do think that he tried to get her to contract with somebody in the spiritual, like not in the physical. I don't think she would ever get that, you know, but somebody had to have access to her energy, to her. So I really do think that they bound her up and wrapped her up in some kind of weird binding in the spiritual realm, and that contract was for her to carry all this shit from these masculines, you know, who were out there doing stuff, to just dump it all on her and dress her up in this vile energy. And she's been carrying that around. And I think that the society and people in those realms were laughing at her and looking at her like she was a piece of shit because she was dressed in shit. because they dressed her up in shit. They made her wear all of the vile behavior, all the energy of the vile behavior that they perpetrated upon innocents. They dressed her up in it. She wasn't able to get a marriage. She wasn't able to have any wealth, and they abused her bad. And that's coming to an ending. She's wise. She has learned a lot about the way these ones operate throughout her experiences. The ins and outs of their, the things that bring them greatest pleasure. She's very wise. So it could be that there's no courtship here. There is a new beginning of abundance happening. There's no courtship. That is in the reverse. Somebody is rejected and they're falling into a trap. They don't get a courtship. They're not going to ride on the skirt tails of this privileged lady in this next cycle. They're going to get a trap. They don't get to ride on her skirt tails and dump their shit onto her anymore. They have to quit. So we've got a team who is collaborating together, working on this new beginning. There's a message of concern. Something about an investigation. There's evidence about something. Yeah. This team that's coming against this new beginning, there's evidence of something that they've been doing. They've got a message of concern, like they found out about it. There's evidence. Something's been exposed. Justice is being served. There's an official person who's no longer an official person, and they don't get to go on a journey. Meaning they don't get to go to planet Nibiru. They're not. They're a false person. And they're furious about it. They're furious about it because their offense has been discovered. In the recent past, we've got a wealthy man who is imprisoned, facing imprisonment, and we have an Ace of Wands. Power and potential beginnings. Yeah. That wealthy man was wearing masks, trying to steal the Ace of Wands. That wealthy man was stealing masks, trying to steal the Ace of Wands. He wanted the vitality of this woman. She got good news. She's receiving vitality. She's a creator. An origin, that's creativity, initiation. Maybe she's been initiated into something. The new project here that is full of vitality and creativity, the expectation and the intention is to bring a tower to to this person. And she's upside down. She's a mature woman, but she's upside down. She's probably not a very nice person. All right. She's probably not a very nice person. These all came out. So there's a tower. She's not gonna get any riches. So the intention is to take away her riches, to take away her gain, her profit, and to put an end to the nightmare that she has covered everybody in. She has put everybody in a nightmare, and this Ace of Wands, this new beginning, is to undo that nightmare, to take away her money, to take away her gain, to take away her ability to affect anybody like that. In the near future, we have a King of Wands who's of high honor. He's a leader. He's very mature. He's a visionary. He's bringing about an ending to something. He's had it. He's fed up. He's bringing an ending to this. He's had it. He's like, I'm done with this. You guys are done. Stop. This mature woman, the lens she's looking through is deception and manipulation. She feels like she's been betrayed. People are gossiping about her. She wasn't able to get out adjudication, and change is coming. She's going to be lonely and sick. She's going to be in isolation. So we've got a false person here who's under illusion. She's under an illusion. She's got lots of choices. She thinks there's lots of choices, but she's blind. She's blind. She may not know, like, it's unknown. She's under an illusion, like she doesn't really know what's going on. She's blind. She could have lost her sight, like maybe her third eye has been shut down. The hopes and fears, we've got Ace of Swords. So we've got surgery, mental clarity. Truth is being shown. Truth is coming out about a mature man who is partner to this mature woman. He's also in the reverse. So yeah, all of the illusions are being cut away. They're being flipped. They're being uncovered by this Ace of Swords. The daydream is being demolished. The illusions are being demolished, and justice is being served. Queen of Pentacles, maternal, nurturer, supportive and reliable, a privileged lady. She wasn't able to get a marriage or have income or any of that in the previous cycle, and that's ending. I don't know what this is about. Stubborn. She could be stubborn. Let's pull another card or two. We got stubborn. And calm. She's like, just get out of my space. I'm gonna be here all calm by myself. It's called selfness. She's into herself. She doesn't want the marriage. She's stubborn. She's like, no, I like my peace. Thank you very much. And she's like, marriage is like, no thanks. I don't need it. Who needs that kind of crap? It could be that she's just gonna focus on her career. Um, and she's not really interested in a relationship. Um, I don't know. We got illness on the bottom of the deck, so something's that could be a fragility, fragile. Like maybe she's feeling a little fragile around that area, relationship. But the time is now. And everything's been prepared. Stress is going to be turned into blessing. And the indulgence that these ones have been experiencing is turning into conflict. They're going to be homeless because of their pride. They've proven themselves to be an enemy. And she's proven herself to be obedient. And so with that, she gets her family. So somebody's coming forward they want to offer some sort of courtship and they're rejected. And they could actually fall into a trap. They might feel like a victim because they're not able to latch on to this divine feminine. So now they're feeling sorry for themselves. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, they're just foxy. They think they're just gonna go be wise and sly. Ooh. Challenge. So, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Grasshopper. So, this team that is coming against or challenging this new opportunity, this new beginning, um, they need to be very, very careful with what they're doing. Um, they're challenged because of spiritual guidance and protection for harm. They may not be protected. In the subconscious, we've got clubs. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Of course they will. They've been doing that the whole time. They're furious. They're very unpleasant right now. They have offended. This official person is being stripped of their title, and they're not going on a journey. They're very mad about it. Justice is being served, and they're going to try to do something to hurt you. Or they're going to try to make you do something against your will. And this could be mental magic, like it could be a big old mind app, where they like download certain thought forms, or where there's certain people who come into your arena and they bring up like, hey, why don't we go do this or that? And you're not really interested in it, but you start out and you're like, oh, okay, because it's your friend. And then you get there and then you find out that there's a lot more to it, and it goes way against anything that you feel comfortable with. And they're going to try to continue to make you move forward in that suggestion. And so they need to pull you into their shit, basically. You're walking away. They need to pull you back. Justice is being served. The law of cause and effect is in order. Everything that they have been spewing out into this realm, into this environment, all of this vile stuff, all of this pain and suffering that they have inflicted upon life, that is their creation. And Prince E, when what was his name? They got into there was a wrestling match. So what they do to settle who's going to be king is they wrestle. And so it's a test of physical strength and wrestling ability. And wrestling is apparently the preferred format of settling disputes. So anyway, Anu was being challenged by Alalu to be king. And so for the second time, Anu said, okay, we're going to wrestle. And he was at Earth, and they wrestled on Earth. And he lost again for a second time. And when Anu wasn't paying attention, he attacked Anu's legs. He rushed at him at the legs and bit his penis off. And Anu had to go recover, and Prince E was healing him with this. And then after all was said and done, there was this big thing. Alalu got evicted to this other planet where he died all by himself, except there was this fella who went. It was just amazing. It's an amazing story. You should read it. Anyhow, there's a wealthy man who's facing imprisonment because he was wearing all kinds of masks and he was robbing people. That's how he gained his wealth, because he was stealing from others. That's how he got it. He was stealing the vitality from others. Life force. And manifesting his wealth using other people's life force. You see, they think that the life force flowing through us is nothing more than a commodity to be harvested and used. And the more brutalized it is before it's harvested, the more potent it is. And so, of course, but they have no capacity for emotion, and they don't care about the animals that they see as less than. They don't have any reverence for life. There's no reverence for life. in these particular beings. They like their own life, but they don't see themselves as part of the whole, which is life. They have somehow removed themselves from that collective and then called themselves special and deserving of special treatment because they have the ability to overpower and brutalize other beings. They deserve the right to do it. Tower. Solid foundation, success with effort. Tower. So that guy might be going through a tower. This wealthy man might be going through a tower. And there's a tower coming to this mature woman also. Oh, and peacock. Beware of great pride. He's a very prideful person. He stole from other people. He wore masks and then he stole their vitality. And I imagine he could have like gotten into relationships and then attached himself somehow and then unalived them or whatever, got rid of them somehow, and then their wealth became his wealth. And this is how he gathered all of his wealth, by wearing these masks and then robbing people of their essence, their vitality, their wealth. He's a very prideful person. And he's facing a tower. August. Something might have happened in August. Haystack. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. This mature woman is upside down. She's going through a tower. She's going to reap what she has sown. She's losing all of her money. She's losing all of her gain. And she's no longer able to put anybody in a nightmare. She could be in a nightmare that she can't get out of. And Rose, romance is in the air. She might not be feeling too happy about her future romantic encounters. So King of Wands is here. He's a person of high honor. He's bringing an ending to this scenario. Bear. Danger, especially in money matters. So it's a dangerous situation. Death. He could be bringing about an ending to people's financial affairs. He could be bringing an inevitable ending to their wealth. Oh, and then we got Fly, a period of ill health and depression. Wow, he's delivering justice. A period of ill health and depression. This mature woman has been mentally mind fucking. That's her profession. And she's probably been doing things regarding romance with those feminines who deserve divine union. So there's a successful outcome to your problems. The King of Wands is the key. He's a person of high honor, and he is going to provide a successful outcome to these problems. He's delivering a period of ill health and depression, death and danger to the people who did all this crap. They're under, they feel like this woman, she feels like she's been deceived. She can't get out of adjudication. She's under adjudication. She can't get out of it. There's a change coming, and she will be experiencing a very dull and lifeless, uh, a very dull and disappointing life of isolation. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. And that's this deception. She knows she was betrayed. But there's no honor amongst thieves. Control your anger or you will be sorry. She's not, she's got this lightning anger. Take care, enemies are working against you. She's fucked. So this false person is blind. She's very awkward right now. There's lots of illusions around her. There's lots of illusions around her. She's going on a short journey, taking a vacation physically or mentally. The staff is here. You will be taken care of in difficult times. December. In need of help, assistance, and guidance. This person is going to find out what it's like to be in need of help, assistance, and guidance. And it's going to happen in December. And they're going to learn what it's like to be taken care of in difficult times. They're going to learn what it's like to nurture faith and trust and patience within themselves as they wait for their prayers to be heard and answered. Truth and clarity is being shown on the mature man who is also upside down, partner of this mature woman. The truth and the daydream, the illusions are all being shattered. Ace of Swords is cutting them out, and justice is being served. Kite. It might be time for a vacation after this. Excitement. So we've got Queen of Pentacles, who is a privileged lady. She's very calm. She's focused on her career. She's not focused on partnerships right now. She's not married. She's not wealthy. Or maybe her ability to have a marriage and to have a wealthy life is coming to an end. Like maybe this mental disturbance that she has been fighting with stubbornness. All the stuff that they dumped on her mental body. She was like, nope, I'm not dealing with it. She's like, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. And all that stuff's coming to an end. She's the star. And she's guaranteed success. a journey, either physical or mental. Carriage. She's going on a journey. Maybe she gets to go home. So somebody has to quit coming against this privileged lady. They're not going to get a courtship with her. They're sly, they're a fox, they're shrewd and resourceful, but they have to quit. They're being rejected, and they could be feeling like a victim because they don't get the new beginning. They can't latch on to this privileged lady with a courtship. She's rejecting them. She's not carrying them forward into her Ace of Pentacles. She's like, no, I don't want you with me. And they're mad. They feel crushed. These people who are challenging your new beginning, or the new beginning of this this privileged lady, that's coming to an end. They were pretending that it's not ending, but they have to let go. They're looking for an exit plan because the world is going to be reset. It's going to be cleansed in fire, and then it will probably be flooded and purified. And those who can't leave, those who don't get to take the journey, they're furious because, they better hope they have friends who have deep underground survival shelters, because they don't get to go on the chariot back to Nibiru. They don't get to escape the shit that they've created. They don't get to wear the cloak of divinity and leave them in this shit while they ride up to Nibiru pretending to be somebody they're not. They've been discovered. And they're furious. Justice is being served and they are tangled. They're unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. They needed to attach to you. Or they needed to attach to this privileged lady. They needed her essence. This mature woman needed her essence so that mature woman could go up and pretend to be her. This wealthy man here in the recent past is full of anxiety. He's feeling very full of anxiety right now, and he's like, he wants to run. He could have been caught in August. And now he wants to run because this is it. This is the end. This mature woman, she was caught up in a whirlwind and she couldn't see what was really going on. Blind spot. And she was behaving childishly. She was not being mature at all. And she's on the mature woman card, but she was behaving childishly. She thought she could get a reward. She thought she could dress herself up in Nibiru's daughter's essence, but she's not that. Makes me wonder how many are wearing the essence of somebody else, planning on hopping board that ship, pretending to be what they're not. And is it possible to see the truth of it? That's what I'd like to know. These ones who are gods from another planet, do they have the ability, or do they have the technology to determine whether the foundational essence in a life form matches the cloak? I hope they do. I hope they have technology that can ensure that the energies within that form match. King of Wands is having a successful outcome to these problems. He is a person of high honor, and he's leaving. He's taking things as far as he can go. He's bringing about an inevitable end to people's money and health and mental happiness. He's delivering the reward for those who worked so diligently to create such things for the populace. So she knows that someone she knows is undependable and that they're insincere. She knows that she's been deceived and manipulated. She's under adjudication. She doesn't want to be able to cheat. She can't get out of it. A change is coming. She's going to be lonely. She needs to control her anger, or she's going to be sorry. She needs to take care because enemies are working against her. She's been on the dark side. That's her environment. And she wanted to bring that up to King Anu at Nibiru. She wanted to bring that with her to create war. That was their intent. She let the dark side keep her from enjoying love, and she let the dark side steal her joy. Because she thought for sure that she was going to be able to dominate the planet and all life upon it. She thought for sure that this strategy was going to work. So this false person is blind. They don't know where they're going, but they're going on a short journey. They're under an illusion, and they're going on a short journey in December, so it's happening very quickly. They're going to find out what it's like to be in need of help, assistance, and guidance. They're going to be taking a vacation, physically and or mentally, and they are going to be taken care of in difficult times. But they won't know that. They're going to probably forget their mental. They're going to take a vacation mentally, which means that they're going to lose the ability to know that they're going to be taken care of in difficult times. Like many of us, when we went through life, and we suffered horrible situations, and we had no idea when or if it was ever going to stop. And we had to learn to be resilient and perseverant through these horrible, traumatic situations. We had to learn how to have faith in our own ability to withstand circumstances that were uncertain and dangerous. Now, here she's being told that she's going to be taken care of in difficult times. But she won't know that. She won't know it because she's taking a vacation mentally. She's going to be, she's getting cut off. It could be that she caused a lot of people to go through life alone and in suffering blindly. She could have put a lot of people in the dark and disconnected them from source and made things really hard for them. And now she has to learn what that was like. Truth is coming out about this mature man who's in the reverse. All the illusions that he spun are being cut out, eliminated, clarified. Justice is being served. And with this, there's an excitement because a vacation is coming up for those people that he came against and the people that he screwed over. There's excitement because maybe he's going on a vacation. Maybe the people who are sending him off on his vacation are excited because this dark side is going to be going on a trip somewhere else. This mature man is, he's going to be going down the rabbit hole. He's going to go on a lot of wild rabbit hole adventures. I imagine it's because that's what he gave to a lot of people. Rabbit hole adventures is what he's got coming. And it's going to be a struggle. We got the privileged lady here who's nurturing. She's very good. She's guaranteed success. She's going on a journey. She's calm. She's getting a new profession. She doesn't really focus on relationships. Her ability to marry and have income is ending. I mean, the fact that she couldn't have it is coming to an end. She's stubborn in regard to mental disturbances. And it could be that this snake is here trying to tempt her still. The snake is here trying to tempt her still. He won't leave her alone. The snake is Enlil. And she faces it. She knows something's not right. She's not afraid to find out the truth, and it sets her free. She's fierce. And she knows, and she acts aggressive, but she's just protecting herself. Because he's a jackwagon. I guess he had a lot to say about that. are for him. So he's reaching. Somebody's reaching for her. The snake is reaching for her big time. Because they're empty. They're an empty vessel. They're nothing. Without her filling them up, they have no goodness. Because they're broken. They didn't keep the promises they made. They broke hearts. They broke spirits. Okay, so she's this privileged lady. She's been burned. They burned her. They took away her ability to trust by dragging her, through one broken relationship offer to another. And she just got tired. She's like, I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not interested in your marriage. I'm not interested in anything that you got to offer. So she's working on her own self, doing her own thing. She's really tired. She's really just tired. She's like, can you just leave me alone, okay? Maybe she'll get a vacation. It says here that there is a vacation and some excitement, firecracker excitement. So it could be that, she was able to persevere through these mental challenges that Enlil and his team brought against her, the sister, and she was able to move beyond the sexual and energetic manipulations of temptation, and she was able to move beyond the need to be held and tended and cared for, even though she was broken and burned and used up. All that made her was more fierce. And she's more now than she was before. She deserves this position. She deserves this position. They're guilty because they make the road rocky for everybody, and they want to forgive. They want you to forgive them now. They're grieving. They feel their life is in pieces and they're lost. They're so distant. Oh, but they neglected life. They played games and they kept secrets, and they made people travel long, long roads, and none of their needs were met. They didn't care for the people at all. They left their lives in ruins. They left them with very, very little to enjoy. They left them feeling like they were drowning all the time. They could barely keep afloat. That's their scenario that they give to the people, and you can see it everywhere you look around you now. You can see that plan in full effect. Okay. They don't want people to be able to settle down. They want people adrift, homeless. And they use love as an escape route. They go in and they're narcissistic, so they come and they love bomb people, and they use that as an escape route. To escape all of the shit. Because when they go get somebody to fall in love with them, then they can dump all this garbage onto them. And it can make them sick, and it can even take them out because it's so toxic. And it'll crumble them. They'll crumble their entire world. And they have gone through many, many flames this way. The Queen is here. Love and prosperity. will be. Emotions are at their peak right now. Unseen forces watch over you, are watching over her. She's using her skills to aid others. She is destined to succeed. She is guided through darkness. She has close friends. She utilizes logic, reason, and common sense. She's grounded. She is love. She is true love and fidelity. Anything that looks something other than that is manipulation and magic. It's not her. So the time is near. The time is here. The time is now. The time is now. The gate. The gates are opening and not opening at this time. Well, this is really interesting. I hope that you all get this book and read it. Once again, it is this fascinating. If you want to know why everybody's fascinated by gold, it's not because of its monetary value. It's because of what it does. I do love my family, and I do hope that the divinity within all things, the sacredness, that sacred substance called life, within all things, the people, the animals, the water, the trees, the air is alive. Everything is alive. And I look forward to an opportunity for the collective to share in a symbiotic, honorable, and sacred relationship with life. See you on the next one.